Hello and welcome to this quick tutorial of the Ultratest Genesis web portal. So this shows us our test environment here at Ultratest, and as you can see we actually have a number of machines within the same environment, but running as separate machines, but we can monitor centrally through this portal. So if we take the first machine here, I can see at the moment I've got 32 hard drives being tested. There's another 32 which have now completed, and there are no ports that are idle at this moment. So it's a 64 port machine, as we can see. So if I click onto that particular machine, it will now take me through to the front end of that machine. I can see exactly what's going on at the moment. So it gives me some stats in terms of what's completed over the last 24-hour period. Drives that have passed during that same 24-hour period, and also the same with fails. I can also see at the moment we have a number of units which have finished testing. The ones that are green have passed, and the ones that are red have failed. So if I want to take a look at one of the items that have passed, this drive here, let's say, I can click on the eye, and that will take me into what we call the device under test detail page. So here we can see exactly what happened when the drive was put into the unit, and what happened to it during that process. So this was smart cleared, formatted, and had a VU smart reset to Hitachi hard drive. If I want to see something in a little more detail, I can download all of the logs, and then I can read through those in detail. So that will show me exactly what's happened with that drive during the test and repair process. Okay, so we go back to the main dashboard now. Okay, so in the toolbar here, sorry, at the top here, it tells us exactly how many drives are running within the whole estate. So we've got 1,856 drives in machines at the moment, with 530 running. During this 24-hour period, 615 have passed, 709 failed, and 178 have actually been repaired. So those drives that have been repaired are actually part of this 617, but these have gone through a repair test routine, which now has made those drives up to the required standard. So just have a quick run through some of the reports we have here. I can run a report looking at the amount of units we've processed during a certain period. So if I was just to say take the beginning of the month, and today's date is the 5th of November, and I can run that report. Okay, took a little time, but we have 10 machines all working hard, so we can see exactly how many devices have failed within that period. And then I can also download that to a CSV if I wanted to run some pivot tables or filter on individual drives, types, or batch numbers. I can drill down and look for specific information on tests or drives that have passed or failed, specific mod numbers, or here where I have lot IDs. The lot ID is effectively a batch number, so it allows me to book drives in by a certain customer or PO or job number, whatever I might want to use that for. So I can also run a yield report, which will give me the amount of drives that have been yielded within a certain period. Again, let's go for just take maybe Monday the 4th and today the 5th, and run that report. Okay, and that's now showed me how many devices have yielded within this period, and as you can see, 75.62% over that period. So these are drives that were put in as untested drives, and that's the amount that I've managed to recover. What I can also look at is what we call a utilization report. It's handy just to see how many drives I am processing through the machines, just to make sure I'm utilizing them as best as possible. So if we do that the same, in fact, what I might do is go for just before the weekend to the 5th and run that report. Right, now this is showing me over the following dates, so from 9 a.m. on the 31st. So if I just filter by some of these, maybe remove that, we can see when the unit was, or the units I should say, because this is over the full estate of the 10 units we have here. You can see when it was fully loaded, and then as drives have finished and completed and then reloaded, and that's going to be probably during one day, then onto the 1st again, and then we filled it back up, and this is now over the weekend. So we can see obviously we're only working a 5-day week here. If it was a 24/7 operation running throughout the weekend, obviously we would see more peaks and troughs. That shows us when slots are blocked. So that's when a device has finished testing, a hard drive's finished testing, but still remains in a slot. And then we can look at idle. So these are where there were empty slots throughout this period of time. Okay, so with schedules are our different test procedures, and again we have a multitude of different test schedules that we can design and help customers design depending on the type of drives that they're looking to process. It might just be quick tests that are required on good known product, or it might be data erasure, or a full erase and repair. So again, we can set those up and we can give guidance around different schedules.